Hello and welcome back to 90 Day Fiancé. Let's go.
Previously,
We want the conclusion of Lisa and Usman. Like, they gotta break up. They've gotta break up.
Usman and I are back in Abuja, and our wedding is only a few days away.
A
We
few
want to get
days
married
away.
before I leave, but we just found out the marriage registry wants to see a copy of my divorce decree. Because my fiance did not check to see what I needed before I arrived. Because this was a completely avoidable situation if he just did what I told him he needed to do.
Yep, good point.
If I don't have that divorce decree, there is no wedding. Thank you so much, Pam. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, okay, maybe he is
Thank
happy.
You too. Bye.
Ugh. Ugh. You know what? I preferred it when I thought he wasn't happy. I don't like him being happy. It's creepy to me. I don't like it.
She can apply for my spouse visa, and I can come to United States as soon as possible.
That's all he cares about. That is the only thing he cares about. Green Card Express.
I love you.
I love you.
What
Thank you
happened?
so much. So, we have a few things to discuss.
This has to be set up by the show, but what is with everyone whenever they sit down for a meal, the meal comes out, and they always grab the meal, push it to the side, and say, let's discuss something. Maybe food is on my mind a little bit too much. If a meal comes out, first, we eat. Then we discuss. Or you discuss before the food comes out. You don't wait for the food to come out, then discuss. Your food's gonna get cold.
If we don't brush them up tonight, there'll be no marriage.
Oh boy, here it goes. Here it goes. What is it?
What do you so?
Your whore on your messenger.
Damn! He is still cheating on her with like 1 day till the marriage? Damn! You know, this is the situation where she should have hired a private eye. Most of these situations actually would have been solved by a private eye. Now, I know you might be like, a private eye, that's a bit like excessive and everything. Not really. If you're like flying to another country, it's kind of worth getting a private eye to just do a little background. That's like, I've definitely become a lot more skeptical if I ever go on a long distance relationship without meeting someone first now. I feel after watching this show that it's kind of almost reasonable to be like, better hire a private eye. And like, that's definitely this show making me a less trusting person. So that's not a good thing. Yeah.
You think you're a wannabe player. I've been watching her for months on Facebook. This is a stupid that put a sad emoji when you posted something to me. You that's in love with a white woman, you know, get my time now. You know that I love you, but you love who? Me? And then up top it says, I love you, baby.
Dude.
Who said
Who in
that?
the do you think you are?
You just screwed up your green card.
I open your phone and see this.
Oh.
Dude, his face at the moment, I think he's just pissed off about being found out. I feel like he's going to go on the attack now. He's not
Okay.
going to be apologetic. He doesn't care. He
And
knows
you're
what he's
telling
doing.
her, I love you. I will not be humiliated by this Nigerian whore and him writing point blank, I love you.
Yeah, that's...
I need to make sure he has been faithful to me.
I was going to say this before. They throw around the word love a lot, and that's really good. Maybe this again is a me problem, but I feel like using that phrase, it's like an important one. It means a lot. I feel like they just throw it around, like every sentence. I love you, I love you. I don't trust anyone who just straight up like falls into the I love you category constantly. That really is probably a me problem. To me, it's like an important term.
That lady is just a friend. I am speaking to you.
No, you're sticking to me and using me while you're some bitch here in Nigeria when I'm 7,000 miles away.
Damn, she got it.
To me and that lady, she's just a friend. And yes, I say hi baby to her because sometimes fans or friends can call you baby, they can call you love. It does not mean that they are your real love.
Oh wow, that's kind of what I was saying. Was he's calling her hi baby, hey you're my love and everything. I just don't trust him. I think he's a liar.
I don't have any girlfriend around me. Outside, inside, around me, anyway. The only girlfriend I have is Lisa.
I'm older than you. I played this game a lot longer than you, and I play a lot harder, and I always win. You either block them and clean up that page tonight, or we're not getting married.
I did not bring you here for you to just be shouting on me. Do you get to understand that I've been doing a favor for you to get married to?
Bro, the cheating.
Yes.
I don't want to marry you then. You know why? I've got 50 men in the state right now I can marry, but
They're
I
not like
chose
me.
you.
They're not like me.
You're not that big of a star. You're local talent. All right, let's get
Is that what
Damn.
you're thinking?
You're a liar to me. I'm done.
Yes. Yes, Lisa, yes, local talents. I love that she brings up all these points. You're like cheating on me, you're like hitting up these other girls. Their response isn't to actually address that. His response is like, you've been shouting at me a lot. It's like, that's got nothing to do with what she brought up, which is like the fact you're cheating on her.
No,
No,
Don't tell me
Go on, Lisa.
Don't
Get
tell
out of
me.
there, Lisa.
I'll get the cab. You and the little boat you got.
Little boat you
Best of luck
got.
to you and your
I don't know what that little boat you got bit is.
I suppose I
Oh my
was
God.
only ever hoping that I got that Darcy that I really like back, and she never did turn up.
Oh my God, you're still complaining, bro? Get over it. Also, you've got a massive skull on your back in sequence. We're in Australia. Damn, they would like to show him coming in like this.
Okay. There's a lot of things that we need to figure out.
I want to really understand the situation with you coming to spend time in America with Taj. I remember when I was talking to you about the situation, you're like, kind of played it down. Yeah. She was genuinely like upset about the situation.
It was a challenge for me to think, okay, I will move there with Taj. But in my mind, I'm like, well, it can happen. I was trying to find the positive out of it.
There's a difference between creating negativity and being real with reality.
Yep, great point. That's kind of what I was gonna say.
Those
It's
are
like
things I don't-
he just keeps coming up with these like fictional ideas, like, oh, if we think about this positively, maybe this can work out. It's like, okay, that's cool, but like, there's multiple people's lives right now in the play, and you need to actually take that all into account, mate. And you're not thinking realistically.
She believes that I have not been upfront. The challenge here is that Xian was okay at the beginning. That's the truth. She was okay at the beginning. She changed her mind over the period of time.
He's saying that Xian was okay with the idea of him taking Taj at the beginning, and now she's changed her mind over time. It is pretty reasonable for someone to have second thoughts about like letting their son go to a different country and not being able to see them anymore. That is something that I can understand. Someone's like, actually, I've rethought this. I actually don't want this to happen. It is reasonable, right?
I take full responsibility of that.
Okay, so he's not. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. He's taking responsibility here.
I want to respect how she felt.
At the age that Taj is at right now, maybe it's not the best time to come permanently. The best thing to do is to spend like 3 months at a time with me in America, and then the majority of the time you're back in Australia with Taj.
That sounds
until,
good.
Like,
I think that's actually a really good resolution. And I'm very open for that, actually.
Cool. This is weird. Both of them have addressed the problem, and both of them have kind of come to a pretty nice compromise that seems reasonable. So I'm not sure if where we're at with this relationship or what's going to happen.
Finding out that everybody isn't on the same page, it hurts.
That's a bit of a problem if that was one of your main things, was going to be combining of families.
and there is, Xian said you guys only divorced a year ago.
And I did tell you we divorced a while ago. We just never got around doing it.
Well,
I know.
that's what she said.
I dropped it.
So I am glad that you guys are on the same page with that. In the beginning of our relationship, if you just told me the truth,
Okay.
you know?
Understand.
So I don't want you to fear the outcome anymore.
Okay.
So far, what they're doing is a very adult way of approaching it. They've been very constructive, and they're actually getting through to each other. And they're also kind of reaching the points that they're both wanting to reach, which is really nice to see. So they're kind of working out this couple at the moment. So I guess, because there's still the problems of the way he views gender roles and all the things like that. That's still not being answered. And I think that was kind of what they wanted to break up with before. So now that that's actually been answered, but at least their answers about if they moved forwards with a relationship sort of been answered.
And it definitely makes me love him more as a person, knowing that
Okay.
he is. There's just so many things that are just really being stacked against us.
Yolanda. Oh, no, she's still kind of like not accepting the fact that he's a scammer.
It's been a few weeks since my kids did the reverse image search. It's hard for me to accept.
The image search was a few weeks ago, and now there's been a break, and she's like, okay, now I'm gonna like confront it. It means that like she's been thinking, she's actually like thinking through everything. It takes time. As she was saying, she had 7 months invested.
So I reached out to Williams, and he did contact me back.
Let's get cooking.
He said, I lost my only auntie.
Oh man, these scammers have a lot of deaths in their family.
I just really wanted to ask him for some truths about who he really is. And I told him I'm not either. I just want you to be honest with me from now on. So please send me a picture of you. He reversed it on me and said, how do I know you're really Yolanda?
That's so childish.
Or the Instagram account, because the last time I asked him, was he Nigerian? He stopped reaching out to me. He stopped calling and texting me.
Are you still in love with this man?
I am still in love with him. I mean, I can't fall out of love with him just that fast.
He's okay. She's taking time. She's at least thinking about it. But please, Yolanda, please.
A lot of things still could be true with Williams. So until I'm 100% sure.
What could be true though? Like, you know, his entire like physical look. You know that's not true. You know that he like his identity of living in England and everything. You know that's not true. Like he said he lived in London or whatever. Or like, so you know that's not true. So he's physically isn't real. His identity isn't real either. What is left then? What is left?
That he's deceiving me, then I still feel the way I feel about him.
Yeah, I just had this terrible realization that with the way that we have like AI these days, the scammers will be able to essentially make AI that just like keeps scamming people and doesn't care or doesn't stop. So in this case, like Williams or whoever the scammer was stopped because it's not worth their time and they know they've been found out. If you have like an AI chatbot just talking back to Yolanda, that chatbot could essentially string this along for like years. This is not good. This is not good.
Even though my kids believe that he is catfishing me, my heart is telling me, you know, just to still trust him and just to hear him out.
Oh,
I definitely still
God.
want to go to England to meet him.
He's not in
We can
England.
talk and, he's Williams, and he's the man I fell in love with. And I want to see that in person and see it for myself.
I thought these two were broken up.
Because I didn't tell her before I came on this trip that I don't want more kids.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
And then this morning,
Fuck you.
she told me it's over.
Good. Oh, I hate you so much.
So see if she'll talk to me.
What's the money on this? Is that he's going to go back and he's going to be like, but I still love you, Rose. And she's going to be like, but you didn't think about any of the points I pointed out, which the non-negotiable is that I wanted to have children and you've lied to me the entire time and you've only been lying to me and you separated me from the family to only have sex with me. That's why I don't like you. And he's just like, but I love you, Rose. It's like, dude, I hate him. This is what's gonna happen. Let's just watch it. I hate him so much though. I hate him. I hate him.
She's gone. Her stuff's gone.
Good.
She's really gone.
Thank God.
She said she wanted to leave, but she didn't even say goodbye.
Why would she say goodbye to you? You've just been lying and dragging her along. He didn't listen to anything she said. Look at him trying to blow up those invisible balloons. Maybe he's giving a blowjob to a ghost.
And then you find something that you think is real, to later find out that it's not.
Bro, because... absolutely no
I know that.
self-reflection.
It's over.
This is a full-grown adult who doesn't, like, at all have any self-reflection on any of the actions that he did or anything that led up to it. He's just, like, straight up like, I thought it was real, but it wasn't real. It's like, yeah, I know, but what about, like, all the things that was said to you? Like, that's the craziest thing, too. He doesn't even need to, like, think about where he went wrong. He was told where he went wrong, but he won't think about it. He won't think about it. No, that's his heart.
You know, I get nothing.
Oh, you are not getting my sympathy, bro. Oh my God, not these two again. These two drain me.
Yesterday, I broke up with Erica.
I broke up with Erica.
Afterwards, but now I'm just really confused.
Man, why can these people just not end stuff?
I texted Erica to see if she would meet up with me. I don't know if this relationship is salvageable, but I love her.
Oh my God. Like 3 or 4 times I've said this. You don't love the person. You actually love this idea that you made up. Like you both made up an imaginary person. That's who you love. Just be like, come to terms with it. Just come to terms with it. 3-hour drive. Damn, she's wearing Pink Panther. That's impressive.
3 hours to talk to Steph again.
She drove
because
3 hours to talk to her.
important to me. But I put my heart on the line for Steph. I came out to my parents. I was prepared to risk so much for her. She really hurt me.
You're gonna go 3 hours to talk to someone who just broke up with you yesterday. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Just call them on the phone. FaceTime them. Don't worry about it.
This trip has had its good moments, but it's obviously had some not so great moments as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Steph. We figured that one.
Just an absolute mess. And it's really hard to all I can do here today is apologize.
Dude, there's so much apologizing in this.
And jealousy issues that I need to work on.
The point isn't like you explaining to me these things. It's like You should have told me about any insecurities you have about my life or like who I am as a person. I think I've said everything that I want to say.
Damn, 3 hours for that conversation? I'm trying not to blame, like, Erica here. But I'm just saying is that it's a long way to drive. I kind of feel bad. Now she's got to drive back. That's 6 hours in one day of driving?
Anymore. To be honest, I'm sick of arguing about it. I just want to forget any of this happened.
Cool. 3-4 minute conversation for a 3 hour drive. Okay. I think I'm like the executioner of like relationships. Like when it comes to it, I'm like, yeah, end it. And just bring out the guillotine and end this relationship. And I just end it and you just move on with your life. Everyone in this show seems to want to like drag it out. I'm trying not to compare myself too much to this show because I have to remember they're on this show because they're bad at relationships. I just feel like ending stuff cleanly and just going your own way is a good idea. Oh my god, we got David! And that is the end of this episode. Please join me for the next episode as we're going to see what happens to David.